Hey guys, what's going on? So it's been pretty hectic around here lately because of Hurricane Irma, and just a lot of people still don't have power. A lot of things are getting pushed back and whatnot, and shipping also got delayed for my head gasket. And the head gasket is like pretty much the last piece I need before I slap everything back together. I used the OEM head gasket that I have that came with the full engine gasket kit, and I used that to measure the valve to piston clearance to determine how thick of a head gasket I would need to order. So I called up Cometic and I sent them my OEM gasket just so they can get a design to model after, and they just sent me a new head gasket last night. UPS has, the shipping's been delayed because of the hurricane and stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much the last piece I need to put everything back together. So tonight we're gonna slap the heads back on, see how far we can get, hopefully get it started up and running. I won't be able to drive it at all, even if I do get it running, because I've been trying to replace like a damaged brake line. So I was grinding something in the engine bay and I actually like nicked one of the brake lines, and it's always kind of like spooked me out, and I want to replace it just in case. It's kind of just get that peace of mind. So I still need to get a fitting for that and flare the brake lines, but it's almost done. So I could have the engine running by tonight, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so let's unbox this gasket and see what's up. Okay, so this was the gasket that I had sent them, and this packaging is way nicer than what I sent it to them in. But anyways, this is the new gasket, I believe. Yep, this is the new gasket. Okay. Alright, and let's open this thing up. Ooh. And this thing feels pretty thick. Looks nice though. And it does match up to the OEM one, except it's just much thicker. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, right. You see that little extra part of the deck that protrudes into the gasket? I have put the Cometic one on the block first just to see how it was, and I saw that. And right now I have the OEM one, and the OEM one has that on it, so I'm pretty sure it should be fine. If that's what Toyota thinks is good. So yeah, everything matches up, lines up pretty good. The Cometic one and the OEM one pretty much exactly identical, except this one's just way thicker. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so here we've got all the brand new OEM head bolts. I read this thing that said the 3SGE blacktop beams that came out of the Altezza. The head bolt area is like not the right size for ARP head studs. Like the nut that goes on the ARP head stud is too big. Like it's much thicker than this washer, so it wouldn't fit onto the head. So I'm not sure if that information is accurate or not, but I don't plan on making too much power just yet. So I figured just some brand new OEM ones would be perfectly fine for what I need. Alright, so first we're going to oil them up and then just hand tighten them down onto the head. Now that all the head bolts are oiled up, we can now put the washer onto the heads and then slide the ball over it. Alright, so I don't have a torque wrench right now this minute. I'm going to go out and get one. But for now I'm just going to hand tighten the bolts, just get it all seated down. So legit last minute, went to Home Depot before they closed so I can get a torque wrench and torque down these head bolts. Let's do it! Alright, so the head bolts on the manual, it says that it's going to be 36.9 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees of turn on the bolts. So what I'm doing is I'm setting a torque wrench to do 3 steps of torque for each bolt. So I'm going to do all the bolts 13, then we'll go up and do all the bolts 26, and then the 36.9 plus the 90 degrees, just so it's all even, make sure it all goes down correctly. Then we're going to do one last one with 36.9 on all of them, and then the 90-degree turn. Alright, so last night the torque wrench that I had bought was actually damaged. So right now I got a new torque wrench. I redid all the torque specs. Now I'm on to the extra 90 degrees of turn that we need to do to make sure all the head bolts are doing tight. Alright, so all the head bolts are torqued down all the way, and now about to install the camshafts. I'm still waiting on the washer. I'm going to replace this washer right here. I ordered one from the local Toyota dealership, and they said that it would be there tomorrow. So once I get that, that's probably going to be the last part of the engine I needed to install it all together. But I'm about to put everything else together tonight, so here we go.
It's just why the hell not?
Watch out, there's a gasket behind.
These are all the same length?
Yeah, these are all the same.
Length? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 go in the middle and then the rest on the sides.
Well, I'm gonna get the ones on the edges to line it first.
Alright, all the edge ones are in. This one too is in. I think all of them. Yeah, it's enough. This doesn't even torque spec.
Just do it till the gasket gets compressed
tight. Alright guys, so the engine is pretty much done. I just need to pull this little grenade pin thing out of the tensioner and then it'll tension the belt because that's what it came with. But yeah, I just need to pull out this little tensioner thing, it will tension the belt and then it'll be all good to go. Just got some small random stuff left, like accessory stuff like the manifold, get the cover on in front of the timing belt. And that's about it. I'm gonna be reattaching the transmission tonight, also trying to install the flywheel, the clutch and everything. And once I get the engine in, all I need to do left is to flare a brake line. That's pretty much all that's preventing me from getting it running right now. So I ordered a flaring kit from Eastwood and I already have the lines pre-bent. It's the one that goes all the way across over to the front left wheel over here. It's already pre-bent and everything. I just need to flare it, get the fitting onto it, and then it'll pretty much be all good to go. But yeah, thanks for watching and I hope you guys like, share and subscribe this video. Alright, so now I'm going to finish off the installing of the timing belt. Pretty much all I gotta do is release the tensioner, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a wrench on it first and kind of just load the belt just so it doesn't snap back as hard. I don't know if it's gonna do much, but I just have a feeling it's a little better than having it just snap back because these tensioners do have a lot of force in them. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, there we go. So actually what I did was I did the opposite of what I said I was gonna do. This pin pretty much goes inside and holds the tensioner in place, and the tensioner is putting pressure onto the pin this way, and I couldn't really pull it out. So what I did was I took the wrench and I pushed it in this way to tighten up the tensioner and push the thing in, and then pulled it out and let it loose slowly so it wouldn't put too much pressure on the belt. And yep, there we go. Engine is all assembled. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.